How's it going? I'm here with world-renowned Deas. How's your day?
Doing good. Everything's good, man. Looking forward to the fight.
I'm happy to see that you came over here in safe travels.
Yeah.
Big fight week, Deontay Wilder. I had the blessings to be able to see the beginning of the training camp. I noticed the focus was the key of getting back to the basics.
Right.
I heard it also in the Showtime All Access. How has getting back to the basics helped Deontay Wilder in this particular training camp?
Well, Deontay getting back to the basics has helped everything, because you got to remember, he can get away with a lot, you know. And when you're getting away with stuff, that's never the best idea. He can do it because he's such a freakishly good athlete, and he hits so hard that he can do things. But doing things the right way is always a good thing, and he really wanted to hone back in and get back to the basics and doing things, you know, doing things correctly, doing things technically correct. He's still going to be Deontay. He's still going to be unique. He's still going to be awkward. He's always going to be that. So he still has that going for him, but he just wanted to hone it in and come back to the basics.
Now with this particular fight, a lot of people have seen Deontay fluctuate in different type of weights within the heavyweight division. Has it been a key focus to get a little bit heavier than the fight he had with Tyson Fury?
Well, I think for the most part, I think he's going to weigh what he weighs. It's not that he's not eating, you know, but I think there was a renewed focus to make nutrition as important as training, because Deontay's the kind of guy that he'll have so much going on, and he'll work out in the morning and then handle some business things, then come to the gym in the evening, and then he's got to be here, and then he's got to do this with his family, and then it'll be 11 or 12 midnight, and it'll occur to him, oh wow, I haven't eaten today. So I wish I had that problem. I never had that problem, right? But he has such a high metabolism. If he's not eating, he's just burning calories left and right anyway. So I think from his perspective, it was a thing about saying I have to slow down and make sure that I'm eating and getting the proper nutrition, and he's done that.
Okay, so he's been focused more on having a routine, and it's a lot better compared to all the Tyson Fury fight before. So we definitely see, I guess, maybe a more healthier Deontay Wilder.
I think he's in great shape. He's in great health. He's feeling good. It's been an injury-free camp, and the sparring was great. Fantastic guys in camp. So I think all in all, we're in a great position, and it's also important. People don't know this. It's important to execute fight week as well. I've seen guys have great camps and ruin it with a bad fight week. So it's important when you're on site that you do all the right things as well, that you get your rest, that you're not tugged at too many times, and that kind of thing's important, because that's why we have things like Media Day, where everybody can kind of get that all at once instead of having Deontay be pulled a million ways. So now that we've done it enough times, and we've got Chris Bates on staff, which is Deontay's assistant, all that has been 1,000% better. So it's good to have a great camp, and you also got to have a great fight week.
Now, obviously, Deontay Wilder has been known to be a knockout artist himself. Are we going to be able to expect something, some explosiveness as well following this week?
He's always going to be explosive, and Deontay punches like nobody else. I'm never the guy that's going to call knockouts or predict rounds or anything like that. I don't talk trash about the other fighter. It's the guys in the ring that can do that. That's totally their place to do that if they want to say things. For me, I'm after that W. I want that win. That's what I've always go for. That's what we've achieved. That's what we're after. That's what we do. And that's what as long as we get that W, as long as we retain that title, that's what it's about.
Now, this particular fight seems a little personal. So, in the camp, has Deontay been calm, or has been some aggressiveness?
No, it's been a normal camp, even though it's personal, even though there is some bad blood between the two guys. Deontay's not going to let that affect him in any way. He's not going to run out and do anything out of character. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. He's going to stick to the game plan, because ultimately it's about being the most effective you can be, and doing what he's been trained to do and doing what he can do. That's going to be what the best way for him to go. So that's what he's thinking. He's not going to let anything get in his head, because if I'm Breazeale, that's what I'm trying to do, is get in Deontay's head. But other guys have tried that. It doesn't work, so it's all good.
Absolutely. Now I wanted to get your thoughts of a potential maybe new mandatory coming up. I don't know if you heard that the WBC has been talking about a Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury to potentially be the next fight for Deontay Wilder. How do you think a Dillian Whyte and a Tyson Fury fight will break down?
About them fighting each other?
Yeah.
Whyte against Fury?
Yes, Whyte against Fury.
Oh, wow, okay. I think it's an interesting fight. I think Tyson Fury's skill set is you know, far and away above most every other fighter in the division. And you add to that an awkwardness. It takes a guy with Deontay's skill set to offset, you know, that athleticism and all that, because Deontay can match him athlete for athlete. Most guys can't match Tyson Fury athlete for athlete. So it's an interesting fight. Dylan White, what he brings to the table is toughness and heart and a great left hook. He's got those three things times 10. So those are the things that he brings to the table. Whereas Fury, like I said before, he's a Rubik's Cube. He's very difficult to figure out. And so I think it's a good fight if it happens. We'll see.
Now there's some good fights on the undercard. Dion Nicholson's going to be on there.
No, his fight got canceled.
Oh, it got canceled? Okay, so Robert Alfonso's still on there, right?
Robert Alfonso's still on the undercard. He's fighting Yago Kaladze.
How do you look in training camp? He gets to fight
good,
at the Barclays?
Good. Robert is one of the guys in our camp. He trains with Deontay. He's one of Deontay's main sparring partners. He's 18-0 from the Cuban Olympic team. 6'4.5", 250 pounds. He's in great shape and he's ready to go. He's looking forward to, this is a big fight for him. This is a big stage for him. So he's looking forward to showing everybody what he can do.
How's his mindset coming into this fight? Has he told you anything that, you know, he's like really excited, or, you know, is he in like a warrior zone where he's like, you know, tuned in and
is this Robert?
Yes. Robert.
Oh yeah. Well, Robert Alfonso, he's a real laid-back personality, so he's not the kind of guy that's gonna show a lot of emotion. You almost have to pull it out of him sometimes, but that's normal among the Cuban Olympic fighters. You know, they're kind of taught to be stoic and all that, but he's really looking forward to it. I know this is the kind of stage that he's been working for and working toward in his 18 professional fights, and I believe that after this fight, Robert Alfonso will win, and he will be ranked in the world rankings because he will be 19-0, and 10 of his last 11 opponents will have had winning records. So when you put that together, I think you're looking at somebody that should definitely get a world ranking.
And I just wanted to ask one last fight prediction and a thought. They've been talking about a Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia fight. I don't know if you heard that. Might actually happen at the Staples Center now.
Okay.
So with a fight like that, could you break down what you probably see happen in that fight?
I'd want to know what the weight is.
I think it would be at welterweight, from my understanding.
Okay, welterweight. I would wonder if welterweight's still a little big for Mikey. We've seen guys come up with success like Pacquiao, and we've seen guys that when they've moved up, the power hasn't been quite what it was at the lower weight classes. So, but those are two great fighters. So I definitely would watch that fight. I'd have to know more about the weight and when the fight is and all that to really be able to pick it. But that's definitely a great fight.
Well, awesome. Look, I appreciate the time that you give us. I know that you only use Facebook, so with that being said, we'll keep an eye out for the fight week. We're really excited and wish you the best, and safe travels also on the way back.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.